Right then, folks. Today I am going to be cutting some glass for the greenhouse and putting it in and finishing off the glazing. I did record a video, well, two videos uh, over like last week and the weekend, but unfortunately the data got corrupted. It was basically putting the glass in the greenhouse, which there's only 18 pounds left to put in, which I've got to cut 5 today, and then put like all the like glass like the rest of it in, and also all the seed sowing for the season ahead. So unfortunately I haven't got the footage of that, but you are going to see the pounds of glass going in today, hopefully, if this footage don't corrupt. As well, we're going to be doing the slabs at some point in the day or tomorrow, depending how well I get on. Putting the muck in here and just leaving it sitting on the bed, and I'm going to bring one of the potting tables in and putting all the pots and trays on it with all the seeds in for this season, which is very minimal this year, so don't expect a lot of pots and that with that. So yeah, I will stop waffling then, guys. I'll crack on with trying to get these cut, which I'm expecting to break a few pounds. I'm not going to lie, I'll never cut glass once and I wasn't very good at it. So yeah, let's crack on.
Right, guys, in this bit, I spoke to another plot holder afterwards because the glass kept breaking and wouldn't cut properly. Because I was actually using old greenhouse glass, and it turns out when you're cutting old greenhouse glass, you need to use methylated spirits to clean it off. I will explain this further later in the video, but I thought I'd just jump in here and let you guys know that little bit, so don't expect anything really in this bit. It'll all be explained later in the video.
Right, guys. Right, the glass, I haven't been able to cut it. The cutter that I've got, which is this one, is utter rubbish. I've just found out they can't cut glass very well. Well, I've just been informed now by another plot holder that I spoke to. I need to get a diamond tip cutter and methylated spirits. And what they just told me, it's oil based. The methylated spirits, it cleans, but also I leave a oil film on it to let the cutter glide nicer. Because I'm using old greenhouse glass. The proof will be in the pudding when I do it, which is going to be tomorrow now. This video I'm hoping to get done this week. It's Tuesday today, so I'm going to switch it up a bit. Instead of doing the glass today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the floor in and drop the muck in as well. So once that's done, that way then all I've got left to do is the glass tomorrow. So I'll try and get this video recorded this week, and hopefully it'll be up on Friday. I was hoping this would have been done in one day, the glass and the floor, but I'm going to have to go and buy the bits, and then I'm going to come back down like once I've went and fetched the bits. I'll do that tomorrow. So I'll stop waffling, guys. I'll get my spade and whatnot, start moving some dirt about, and I'll put in the path. So I'll put that in time lapse for you guys now. Right, folks. As I said, like, kind of the glass down, go buy some bits. I put the slabs down in there, but I noticed this slab in the corner is about inch and a half too wide for the space. So what I've done, I've just made it so it's higher than me, because I'm going to be putting a water butt in there anyway, so the water butt will go on this slab here, with my cacti and succulents and stuff like that at the back. As you can see as well, I have took a lot of dirt out of the bed, but as I said in the previous video to the greenhouse build, don't worry about taking dirt out of the beds, because you're going to be replacing it with like your compost or your manure or fertilisers or whatever, to like basically put nutrients into the ground for your plants. So you ain't really got to worry too much about that, because it'll eventually raise back up to where it should be. So yeah, I'm going to run through this with a fork just to level the dirt out, then I'll put some horse muck in here. Horse muck is generally good for drainage, and then like your cow muck, if you use that, is normally good for retaining water. I've only got horse manure at the minute for it, so that's what I'm using this season. So yeah, I'll get my fork, dig this over, and then I'll put the muck in and come back to you. Right guys, that's it now, right. That's it. We just sort of dug out of the bed, and it was only lower by about that than the slabs. It wasn't much, about what, 6 to 8 inches tops. I'll put the muck in there as well now. That'll get routated at a later date. So you won't see no more groundworks for this until the actual plant's up. Because I'll rotate it probably the day of or the day before I plant it. I am going to end this video because I'm going to go and get the diamond glass cutter and some methylated spirits to get the panes cut for this side. I already have the panes for the top section, the 2-foot ones, but these are 18s and I ain't got none. So yeah, I'll leave that here guys, and I'll pick this video back up tomorrow, but well, that's 2 days for me, you guys can see it all in one. Right guys, I figured out what the issue was with cutting the glass. What you need is some methylated spirit, which is this one. Purple, I don't know if it comes any other colours. This is a 750ml bottle. I paid £4 for this from a hardware shop local to me. What you do, get some tissue or a rag or anything. You don't need loads. Clean your glass where you're going to be cutting it. Right, then line up your pane where you're going to want the cut. I'm just using another pane the same size, but leaving a marginal gap for the gap on the cutter. This cutter actually does work. They're not the best, but it does do the job. I have tested it out doing this with a methylated spirit on some scrap glass and it did cut it. Ideally you want a diamond tip cutter though, so it will last many years to come then. Right. Take your cutter then, dip it in the methylated spirit, put it on the glass. You need a little bit of force, not loads that you're going to break the glass though, so you can just score it with it. Like that. one slide. Then you want to get a couple of matchsticks, or in my case, I'd forgot to get some matchsticks. I've got a couple of skewers down here, down at the plot. So, then you put it, make sure you're fully flat with your paint. Put it on your score line. And then literally all you do, be very careful because you can still break a pane of glass, literally. A little bit of pressure. Oh, right. One part of it's broke off. This can happen. So you then come to the other side, or whatever, like where it's not broke off. Be very careful because the edge will be very sharp. Put your matchsticks or skewers or whatever you've got underneath it. Again, this one down the plywood. So, I'm going to use a bit of tissue so I don't risk slicing my hand open and break off that last little bit. There is a little bit broken, just not cut off. Mind you, actually, no, that's not going to affect it where it is. Right. And that is the right size to it.
Right guys, with this bit, I did actually break one pane at one point. It can still happen, like breaking panes. You may have little excess bits that you have to snap off still. But as I've said, I'm no professional with cutting glass. I've just had advice of another plot holder on how to do it. Like, we clean it with a methylated spirit. And in an ideal world, you want to use a diamond tip glass cutter, not the I believe they are carbon tip cutters. They go blunt extremely quick, so invest in a good glass cutter and you shouldn't have as many issues as what I had doing this.
Right, now we can start putting the glass in the greenhouse. Right, what you need to do, because I won't have to show you because the video getting corrupted, you get these little S-shaped clips. And what they do, they sit on the edge of the glass. I always put two on for a pane of glass to sit in the grooves on there. So then basically your glass don't slide down in the, basically like your glass just don't slide down. I'm going to quickly put these on the glass, drop in these panes. I'll bring you in for a close-up on how to put the clips in a minute. So I'll quickly drop these in and then I'll bring you back in. So yeah, guys, all you do, I'll pull this one back out so you can see. You put your pane into the runners, and then you get your pane, slide it down, so it sits in the grooves. You have a part that hooks on the bottom pane, and then the other side of the hook, so it's like that, on the outside, so like it hooks this new pane at the top, until you clip it in. Right. Right, also, you have a couple of different styles of clips. These are the two that I've got. You've got that one, which I don't know whether it's going to show up on the camera. And then you have this style. Ever so slightly different, This one's tarnished because it's been in water a little bit. But they both do the exact same job. I'll bring you in for a close-up in a minute how to put each style in. So I'll crack on, I'll get these ones in, and then I'll bring you back in for a close-up so you can see. Right, I'm hoping I've got that in view because I'm having to hold the camera while doing this. So basically what you do, you get it, hook in one side in the actual frame of the greenhouse, slot the clip behind the pane on the edge, and then the other side, push it in so it snaps in. As simple as that. Right. Now I'll do the other one while holding the camera again. I am sorry for how bad this footage probably is going to be for this bit, but it's the best I can do. Right, same again. Hook it in. Sorry. Hook it in. 1 minute. So you hook it in. Slide it in behind the glass, and then you push it in. They're not that difficult to do, but they can get fiddly doing them. So again, I apologise for that being shaky or anything like that, or if it won't in focus properly. But there isn't much to the glass clips. I'll get this last pane in just here, behind me, and then we can start putting the ridgeline in, as you can see above me. There is 2 windows to put in as well. I'll have to bolt the bracket at the bottom in, so I'll bring you in for a close-up of that as well. So I'll get this last one in, and then we'll start doing the roof. Right, now we're going to put the base in for the windows. What you do, slot it into place, which mine's being a bit finicky at the minute. There we go. Slot it in, tap it down so it's level against the glass. You can put your finger behind that just to feel if it is level on the glass. Then get your bolts. I already had them in the frame itself ready prior to this. And then just tighten it up. Now remember, don't over tighten these because they will snap very easily, like I said when building the frame, 'cause it's the exact same bolts. You just need to have a little bit of snugness, but not too snug or too loose. You'll get the feel for it as you build your greenhouse. What sort of pressure the bolt can take, because don't feel disheartened or anything or annoyed if you break a couple of bolts. Even still now, I'll break them, and I've been doing greenhouses. Well, I've been doing the allotment for 7 years. Not this particular allotment. But I've had several different allotments on this site, because I never seem to stay on one plot too long for some reason. I don't know, I think I get bored of one plot and then I want a new challenge. But I am planning on staying on this plot for many, many, many years to come. So yeah, right, that's in. Now we'll do the panes of glass in the roof. The window will go here, there's another one at the other end, so I'll quickly whip that in. And I'll put this bit in a time lapse now. Right guys, all that's left now is the two end panes, which I have to do from standing outside, and the window, and then the greenhouse is all finished. Once I have finished the window and the glazing, I'm going to be putting a potting table in here with all the pots on, like, that have been sold the other day, where like I wasn't able to upload the footage because it got corrupted, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll crack on with this and then I'll get it finished and bring them in. When you're putting, guys, the window, bring it past where it's actually going to sit initially. So basically you can just get the clips in a little bit easier on the last pane that's by it. Just a little bit of advice to try and help you. And with that, guys, we're done. There is a couple of things with this greenhouse that have never been quite right with it. Always on the ridgeline, there's always been a couple of panes that's had a little gap at the top. It's never fit properly for me. I thought by cutting the glass like a little tiny bit bigger it might have fixed it, but it ain't. I don't know why that is. And also the window just here, this bar has never sat onto there properly. It's always just hangs down. But with that, guys, that's basically the greenhouse done. Already, although I've only just this second finished, you can already feel the temperature difference in here to outside. You don't need much sun, and like your greenhouse will be nice and warm for you, and also for your plants. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, guys, then is I'm going to get the table in, like I said, and I'm going to put the pots in it, and then I'll tell you what I've got sowed to grow, hopefully, if they germinate, for the season ahead, because I'm only growing a little bit this year, which you'll see in a bit, like in this video. So yeah, I apologise, this video, it was supposed to be done in the space of a week, doing this greenhouse, but stuff comes up and whatnot, and I won't have to do it. It's actually been probably over a month now since I actually started doing this one video. Like from part 1, which you've already seen, which is uploaded, to now it being completed and finished. I actually have my father-in-law to thank for that, like, to actually help me put the panes in, and also my lovely partner and her sister who helped sow the seeds as well, to just catch up a little bit before the season starts, because I fell behind a little bit with everything else going on. So yeah, I'll stop waffling, guys, I'll get that table in and then I'll show you what we've got growing for this season, hopefully. Right folks, so what we've got here is There's 12 tomatoes, normal, 12 cherry tomatoes, 4 cucumber, a tray of normal sweet corn, I can't remember the variety, and a tray of Larkin sweet corn, which is a French variety that taste beautiful whether you cook them or not. We've got 2 trays of peas, 2 trays of dwarf French, there's 30 cabbages, 30 sprouts, and then 2 trays of little gem lettuce for animals like that we have at home. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'm going to close this video out here. I hope you enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of the greenhouse build and like what we're going to grow this year. Hopefully it's all germinate, but only time's going to tell. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on the plants as they progress. There's still plenty of different projects on the allotment to do, so there's going to be plenty more videos to come, like very soon hopefully, providing the footage don't cut like the last bit when I had the help. So yeah, I'll leave it here guys, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.